Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? Welcome to Coping with Life. I am your disabled and mentally ill host, Scott. Welcome. So, with that said, happy Saturday, everybody. I wish you well. I wish all of your dreams came true this past week. And if you're still shooting for them, keep on going. Because I am proud of you. Wherever you are in the world, I care about you. And your dreams, your hopes, they matter. And if you're struggling out there, which is where I fall under right now, if you're struggling, it's okay. There's highs and lows. And that's okay. Because mental health is very important. And if you're not doing mentally well, it's really hard to do things that, are very important. So, I hope your mental well-being is good, or at least getting better. Now, for me, I'm a little bit better than I've been the last couple weeks, but this past week has been a lot of disappointments and false promises that got my hopes up just to be shattered. That's okay. I'm used to disappointments. And I've kept my composure. I've kept my cool, but it's just, I'm hoping that my luck will change. And I hope all of your, whatever you're chasing after comes true, because that matters. And, live the best life that you can. I'm trying to do that for myself. It's not easy. But yeah. So I hope you're doing well. And it takes time to breathe, and just figure a few things out. But there's a lot of things that go into that, because you may not understand how something works, or you're trying to learn something new, and we all have to start somewhere, and no matter what it is, you have to work on it. I'm going to be honest. A good day for me isn't going to just come out of blue. I have to, work on it and do what I have to do to make sure that I could have a good day. Bad days, sometimes you can't control a bad day. A random person yelling at you, screaming at you, or whatnot, that could ruin your day. But My apologies. But my I have a method headache right now. But you have to do your best to have a good day and try to be cheery. Even with my bad days, or when I'm mad or super depressed, I try really hard to spread positivity. Do my best to say I hope you have a great day, make people laugh, and even if I'm not doing well, I can make somebody else's day better. And that's okay. Because you have to try. You can't just expect something to land on your feet without doing anything. I'm trying to think of the saying, skin in the game. You have to make the effort. And I understand from talking to people who are quote unquote normal, who live normal lives, and talking to them in a very respectful manner. They give me their opinions on certain things, and they may say, oh, I want to do this, but yet they don't aim for it. They don't try. They want it to just appear. But you have to make an effort. And sometimes, sometimes, I'm going to be honest, sometimes dreaming, just the act of dreaming of something doesn't mean that they want it to come true. But you have to just go for it. Sometimes a leap of faith are good. It may be a long shot, but go for it. Sometimes it may or may not meant to be, but at least you tried. And they could tell me that they're not trying for it, but maybe in their life they're doing everything that they can to achieve their dreams. That's attainable. But yet they're telling like myself and other people that I'm not really making an effort. But just because they don't want to put additional stress, that I understand. But it's just it's a sticky situation, but that's okay. There's a lot of the things that I aim for that I'm gonna be honest, long shot, but don't get your hopes up. But I try my best. I try to do as much as I can. Because there's a lot of things that I'm good at, that I do, and I enjoy. I'm for somebody who has a lot of issues mentally and physically. The people around me know what I'm good at, know where my smarts flourish, and they are consistently picking my brain for my opinions and my knowledge. I mean, they're not going to ask me for algebra equations because I look at that and I'm like, oh, what am I looking at? I'm not a mathematician. I don't think I'm at a third grade level in math. But I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I'm disabled. There's a lot of things about me, mentally and cognitively, that just ain't right. But I don't let my disability define me. But nobody has the right to tell me that I'm doing life wrong. I'm doing life the best that I can. And there's a lot of people who their opinions are harsh, and they will say a lot of things towards me or about me, and have a lot of conversations with people about me behind my back, saying, oh, well, he's not in a wheelchair, so he can work. Oh, he can do this, that, without knowing me personally or knowing what I go through on a daily basis. The outer shell that I have, that's toughness, that's gator skin. The underbelly is soft, but the outer shell is, hard because the life that I grew up in. And, not all disabilities are visible. And I'm where I am in the scale. I'm high functioning. I'm very, for being disabled and where I'm classified under, and I'm tested very regularly. I'm pretty intelligent, but I'm still, nowhere near normal level. And that's one of the reasons why, talking about my life, talking about the highs and lows, and, I'm not doing okay mentally, physically, or it's hot, or, just dealing with daily struggles, or talking about things that I enjoy, like wrestling, or NASCAR, or video games. I would like to do the thing that I want to do. A couple of days ago, I streamed for 27 minutes on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ramble. I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a mic. I just straight up played Elder Scrolls Arena. I died 3 times and I stopped. I wasn't feeling too well. And streaming takes a lot out of me. And I hadn't streamed for a couple months because my health has not been where I would have liked. But, I had one person watching. And they chatted for a bit. But I just didn't really feel good, and I said that I was gonna go to PlayStation, but I didn't. I think I just went to take a nap. But mental health. Everybody has different opinions on disabilities and mental illness, good or bad. Those are your opinions. Who am I to tell you what's right and wrong on your opinion? But at the same time, come from somebody like myself in my shoes. The stuff that I deal with on a daily basis, that I don't talk about, that I don't say, but I deal with on a daily basis. And one of the reasons why this podcast is very special for me is because I want to be an advocate for the people who are, how can I say this nicely, who can't speak for themselves, who have a hard time articulating words, and just do what they are told. Life is hard. Disabilities, mental health, they're hard. And I know there's a lot of people out there that take advantage of that. And then I've talked to a few people who will have an opinion that is for that person only, and then when they're talking to somebody else, have a different opinion. And then when they talk to somebody else, they have a different opinion. And then when they're all in the same room talking, they have a totally different opinion than and that's hard. I don't like it, but that's their opinion, and I respect people's opinions. Because that's who I am. Because I don't got my stuff together. Who am I to tell somebody else how to live their life? If you don't like something, okay, deal with it. That's my, straight up. That's my take. If you don't like something, tough. But there's a lot of people who think that people with disabilities and mental illnesses, if they're not in a wheelchair or if they're not a vegetable, they should be working. I doubt they understand what that would actually entail. And I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of people with disabilities and mental illnesses that do work. Great. I'm proud of them. But, not all disabilities, not all mental illnesses are the same. It's... I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this, and hopefully my example you can understand. So disabilities is not just, oh, I'm disabled. Okay. There's several different classifications, and mental illnesses, there's many things, there's schizophrenia, there's several different things in the banner. And a lot of the stuff that I suffer from puts me in a different square compared to another person who may be able to maintain a job and maintain a relationship, maintain a family, and they're in a different square. And then there's people who just can't maintain anything. They go into a different square. Everyone is different. Not everybody is made the same. Not everybody suffers from the same disability or mentally ill. And not all people with disabilities are mentally ill. And not all mentally ill people are disabled. I just me personally, happen to be mentally ill and disabled. And mental health issues and mentally ill, I'm not super far gone. I'm classified mentally ill. But I still can do a lot of things that normal people can do. Because I am very smart and intelligent, and it's just with where I am, I'm okay with, because that's who I am. And one day I hope, hopefully one day, I can get better. That's what I hope. That's what I would like. And I have to put the effort in to try better. And people who make fun of me, talk about me, mimic me, they don't know what I go through on a daily basis. They do not know the highs and lows, the panic attacks, the anxiety, the random anger that comes out of nowhere. And sometimes, most of the time, it's to nothing. I'm going to say this because it's true, even though it's sad. And when I loaded up my laptop and I was getting ready to record this, my mouse wasn't working. And I was getting upset because my mouse wasn't working. And then my brain went, is it on? No, it was not on. Again, it's, ebb and flows. Like last week, it was new. It was the first upon me to update to Windows 11. It took me out of my comfort zone. And I'm still trying to get comfortable talking to a microphone. And, just having a mental ramble. I don't know what I'm going to call this episode yet, but for people who may understand thank you. And if you don't understand, thank you. I want everybody to succeed. You can hate me, you can like me, I don't care. I want everybody to succeed. I live as positive as I can. I'm used to disappointment. And I'm used to a lot of things not going my way. I'm okay with that. Why? Because it's life. Life goes on. Therefore, I try really hard to be as positive as possible, but I ain't perfect. I'm going to have my bad days. And, I'm going to deal with a lot of things. But at the same time, I'm going to do my best to, do my best and make effort. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes the best that I could do is sleep. If my mind says, I'm going to sleep for 20 hours. If that's the best that I can do on that day, that's the best that I can do. Because depression sucks. And, the mind is not always willing. And I try to do my best. That's all that I can do. And I care about a lot of people. And, being vulnerable, being honest with oneself, what you can and can't not do. A lot of people may not like that, but you have to do what's best for yourself. And you can disagree with me all you want. That's okay. But I still think you're special. I still think you're amazing, no matter what your opinion is. And I mean that. And, that is the truth. Because caring about people is more than just what's on the surface. And you have to do your best. And sometimes, the best changes. And just for me, sitting down, talking into a microphone, trying to help other people, and give my opinion of being somebody who is not somebody who is a psychiatrist or somebody with education or somebody who is in the field. I'm the client. I'm the patient. I'm the person who deals with this, and I want to help other people. People who are far worse than I am, and the people who may not understand. every week I say I love you. Every week I say chase your dreams. And, tell the people in your life of them. That you care about them. And that, spend time with them. And hopefully they do okay. They're doing alright. Because when somebody that you care about, somebody who means the world to you isn't there anymore, it hurts. And it's really hard to not have that person in your life anymore. And it's just, life is fragile, and I'm tired of all the bad stuff happening in the world. Most of the stuff I don't talk about. I avoid many subjects on this podcast for various reasons, but I want to spread the love, spread all of the positivity, because life is hard. Life is not easy. And for a lot of people, life is impossible. They've made a few mistakes. And, I feel bad for them. I can't help them. But, I feel sorry for people. But I can do my best in trying to help people know that, I matter, I exist, my voice matters, and that mental illness, disabilities is a serious matter and needs to be respected and not swept under the rug. And I'm, discrimination hurts, and, people don't care because they look down upon the help, and they say a lot of things, and I hear them. I hear what they say, and I disagree with what they say because, if they say that people with mental illnesses need to be, taken out back and, I have a problem with that. I may disagree with that, but at the same time, I am not outright saying, oh, well, you're wrong, your opinion doesn't matter. That's their opinion. I didn't disagree with their opinion, but I'm not going to tell them that their opinion is wrong. But I matter. I exist. And I'm doing the best that I can. And that changes every single day. And the last couple of weeks have been really hard. And I really wanted to just take a moment and express this. Just know that I love you and I care about you, no matter where you are in the world. I care about you, and I hope you're the best. And if you're struggling, I hope you get lifted up. I hope great things come your way. And if you are on cloud 9 and you're still going, I hope it gets even better. I just wish the best for everybody. That's who I am. So I love you. I care about you. And thank you. Thank you so much for listening. And until next week. I don't know what next week will bring. But that's what I'm going to do in this journey of the unknown of season 2. I don't know what's going to come next. But thank you so much. And hopefully I don't get mad at my mouth again. Which I can laugh about because it was like, why isn't this working? Because it wasn't on. But, you know, just, it happens. And I can laugh about it now. But thank you so much. Until next week. Just take a deep breath, and I hope your dreams come true. This has been another amazing episode of Coping with Life. I'm your host, as always, Scott. I bid you adieu.